to a Chandler's Channel. I'm Tracy with your intuitive weekly vlog, and this week we're doing it on energy. So, what is energy? People will often kind of have this inquisitive look, like when you say energy, you know, like, what does that mean? Well, it means many things to many people, and it can be very different. And oftentimes, the only way to put it is everything's energy. My hair is energy, my eyes are energy, my body is energy, my brain is energy. This watch has energy. This furniture has an energy to it. You know, like if you think of energy in furniture, a new piece of furniture is going to be vibrant and happening and amazing, right? But a piece of furniture that's been around for a while isn't going to be as happy and vibrant and happening. It's going to look worn, and that's its energy. And you can think of that as well in people, and that's one of the biggest ways you can see it, through emotions or through people. Now, my energy today is up, but if you go back and you look in some of my other videos, you're going to see my energy is not as up because maybe on that day I'm just a little tired, feeling under the weather, or maybe I'm a little sad. And that's the energy of the video. What is the energy of the video that day? Well, she was a little tired. Older people might not, or more mature people might not have as much energy. Their skin's a little more gray because they're getting older, so their energy's not as upbeat or as young, right? Whereas a young person, their energy, they're like, they got so much energy and they can go. And when you look at them, they're bright. And, they don't need the makeup. Their face is just bright anyways. They got great healthy hair because they're younger. And so when we talk of energy, that's how we can sort of distinguish it. Now, I only have about 10 minutes here because you YouTubers have small attention spans. So this isn't a documentary and this isn't a many-part series. So I'm going to be missing a lot in this. So I'm just trying to give you sort of what a sense and what a feeling is when you're outside, what energy is. So think of when you're out in nature. It's calm. It's relaxing. Yet again. But if you come into hurricane season or tornado, well, the energy is chaotic and scary, right? So it's that kind of an energy. And you can feel that kind of an energy through intuition and people, right? People, you can tell when a person is not so nice, right? Maybe manipulative, not on the up and up. You can sense that in yourself because you're going to feel something in your body, or you're going to get a hit of information that makes you go, something's off there, something's not right. And that's exactly how I feel in my body. If I meet someone who's kind of got like a dark energy about them, a mischievous energy, a not really being kind of maybe not liking me or something, then I'll feel off. So let's put it that way. If they're not grounded and they're not balanced, they're going to make me feel imbalanced. I'll feel icky in my gut. I'll actually end up like I'm swirling all over the place because their energy is kind of swirling and not all over the place. So maybe a nicer way of putting it is they're not grounded. They need to get grounded. They're kind of here, there, and everywhere. And so that's an energy. Whereas if you are by somebody who's very grounded, you can feel it because they're calm and they're relaxed. So when you go out and you're in the world, just see what the vibe is. That's another way of putting it. What's the vibe where you are when you walk into the mall that day? What's the vibe? If it's a Saturday or Sunday, the vibe's going to be chaotic and crazy. But maybe if you go in on a Monday night, it's going to be calmer and relaxed. And that's how we talk about energy. And you can also tell the energy of darkness, right? When you think of darkness, you think of bullies. You think of, your serial killers, criminals, people, your sexual predators, your people who even are just liars, people who lie all the time. It doesn't necessarily have to be to the other extent of criminals. Those are the dark energies. Anger is a dark energy, right? If you're ever around somebody who's angry, that energy is very dark. It affects your body and the energy in the environment you're in. It's very toxic. It's very poisonous. Whereas the energy of love is very uplifting and enveloping, but it's light and it's joyful. And it's not, it doesn't affect you. You know when you can walk into a room and you go, woo, what happened in here? You can cut the tension with a knife. That's energy, right? Whereas if a happy event has occurred, you're just like, wow, what happened in here? It's just so loving. So that's energy. Those are ways to think about energy. So think about emotions, you know, anger, hate, love, and we've all felt them. Like I can feel really, if someone has animosity towards me or there's animosity in the room, I will feel it in my body really badly and it will create an imbalance in my body. So I have to learn to ground into that. But if you're also around love, you know, I'll feel that too, but it won't make me feel as sick. So it's almost like that's how it is for me. Now, it could be different for you. I guess different strokes for different folks, right? That's how it can kind of work. So the only way you get to know it is to journal it and to be in it and to be aware of it and to experience it. And the more you become cognizant of it, the better you get at defining it, knowing it. So that's my bit on energy. I hope it's helped. Like I said, I don't have, 20 hours because you can go on and on. Water has an energy. Here in Canada, we have the hydropower. That's how we get our energy is through water, or one of the ways we get our energy is through water, which is hydro. So that's an energy. When you think of water, is it calm? Is it choppy? That's all energy. Trees have an energy. Is the energy bright? Is it a healthy tree? Is it a decrepit tree? Is it dying? Has it died? Look at all that stuff. That's the kind of energy we're talking about. And I could go on and on and on. Okay, but let's go get Whitehawk and see what he has to say from, a divine perspective as about energy. Indeed, and for whatever reason I see myself crossing myself, blessing myself, so I'm just going to bless myself through this. Indeed, children. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can tell, the energy of this one was frenetic, was fast-paced, was trying to get in a lot at one time. And so when you look at energy, that is exactly it. Is it stagnant? Is it frenetic? Is it chaotic? Is it manipulative? Is it downright mean and evil? For indeed there is no better space or place that you will feel it than in your heart and in your body and in your mind. Do not discount it, friends, for these areas will never lie to you about the energy you are in. This one gave you an example of walking into a room and being able to cut the tension with a knife. Brilliant analogy of energy. For that is exactly how it feels when you walk into an energy of tension. It feels rigid. It feels immobilized. And not only does it feel immobilized, it's not pleasant. So, my friends, if we were to categorize energy, we could do so in such a form and fashion as such. You have your dark energies, and you have your light energies. And there is not much, children, that is in between when it comes to energy. It's either dark or it's light. So it's not very hard to distinguish when you put it into two categories. As such, is it, children? If you see an approaching thunderstorm coming, and I'm seeing this as he's talking to us as he is on top of his horse, and he's talking to us as we're a crowd that's kind of gathered, and we're on the beach, kind of, you know, and we see a thunderstorm approaching. Although the skies above us are clear, that thunderstorm is approaching, and it's very ominous. And Whitehawk continues, yes, very ominous. And so when you think of a storm rolling in like that, you can feel the atmosphere change, can you not, children? And everyone's like, yeah. He's like, you can feel the wind pick up. You can feel the air get thicker, or you feel the air get lighter. It can be opposites to each other. And when it rolls in, you feel it, and you kind of go, ooh, you get shivers because it's a dark presence that is arriving. Yes, children, that is exactly how it feels for energy. And then there is the opposite end of the spectrum, children. Now that storm has occurred, and now we're seeing like a rainbow in the sky, and birds singing. That now, yes, those clouds are rolling out, and a new dawn breaks. And so, how do you feel now, children, in your body? And although we're a little wet from the rain that occurred and stuff, we're feeling lighter, we're feeling better, we can get on with our activities. We haven't been paralyzed by the energy of fear and hate and anger and all the bad things and the dark energies. We're now light of spirit, and we can get up and we can move. Exactly, children, exactly. That is exactly how energy works. You have had the best lesson you will ever get on energy. If you feel fluid and flexible and you can move through places easily, then you are in the light energy. But if you cannot move and you are rigid and you are tension and you are having problems breathing and your chest hurts, then you know you are in a dark energy. And the only way you can ever get better at this is to practice it, is to experience it, and to be aware of it. And that is the biggest blessing and lesson you will ever get in life about energy. So the thunder rolls, kids. The thunder rolls. And then a new dawn comes upon us. And if you can remember those two little things, then you have learned well. Then you have learned well. God bless children with this newfound knowledge. Go forth and propagate with it. Go forth and propagate with it. And off he goes on his horse, right? Hi-oh, Silver, he does. Thank you, Whitehawk. Thank you. Well, that was a good lesson. That is exactly how energy rolls in and rolls out and makes you feel. So that was an incredible lesson. So I hope that these tips have helped you to understand energy better. Get out there, experience it, journal it, feel it for yourself. Come back here and comment and let me know what you've experienced, or even if you are seasoned at energy. Comment and let me know of other experiences you've had or ways that you are able to interpret and decipher energy. But mainly let's leave it at light and dark. All right, guys, we'll see you on Thursday for our intuitive weekly reading. If you haven't had a chance to listen to our seasonal forecast for the summer, please do. I'll post it in the description box or up here. As always, I'm always grateful for your company and your comments and your camaraderie. God bless. I'm Tracy for a Chandler's Channel.